Welcome to a world of secrets, power plays, and raw emotional depth where every tear tells a story. Today we're diving into the captivating realm of Queen of Tears, a K-drama that masterfully blends high-stakes corporate drama with heart-wrenching personal tragedy, all wrapped up in an irresistible package. Together, we'll unravel this masterpiece while reflecting on how its themes mirror our own lives. Imagine this, an apparently perfect and powerful couple, thriving in a glamorous yet unforgiving world where wealth and influence reign supreme. But beneath the surface lies a labyrinth of secrets waiting to implode. Tempting, right? This is Queen of Tears, a show that hooked me from the very first frame. And honestly, who doesn't love a story where love, betrayal, and redemption collide? Buckle up, because this journey is not just dramatic, it's profoundly human. On the outside, they are flawless. The ambitious CEO with nerves of steel and his incredibly intelligent wife, a picture of grace under pressure. Together, they are the envy of all. But perfection comes at a price. Have you ever felt like you were wearing a mask to hold everything together? To play the role everyone expects of you? This is where these characters resonate deeply. Beneath their powerful couple image lies a storm of vulnerability, capability, and secrets. The very structure of the brilliance of this series. Let's pause for a moment and reflect. Why are we so drawn to stories of flawed perfection? Is it because we see ourselves in them? I admit I've had moments when I tried to project an image of being in control, when in reality, everything felt like it was falling apart. Do you relate? Let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced that duality in your own life. That feeling of being strong on the outside while battling storms on the inside. One of the most striking aspects of Queen of Tears is how it contrasts the flashy world of the elite with the harsh truths lurking in the shadows. Whether it's the cutthroat corporate environment or the personal sacrifices made for success, the show captures the tension between the allure of power and its steep price. Watching the protagonists navigate these high-stakes battles feels like a mirror of the struggles many of us face in pursuing our dreams. Sure, most of us aren't CEOs or socialites, but haven't we all made sacrifices for ambition, sometimes at the cost of our own happiness? I couldn't help but think of a moment in my life when I felt torn between personal fulfillment and professional goals. Have you ever felt you were giving up too much of yourself to climb a ladder, only to realize that the top wasn't as rewarding as you thought it would be? Queen of Tears is more than just an engaging tale of love, betrayal, and corporate intrigue. At its core, it is a deep exploration of redemption and transformation. Both Baek Hun-woo and Hong-hin navigate deeply personal journeys, grappling with their flaws and the consequences of their past actions. Their willingness to confront their mistakes and seek change is what makes their story not only engaging, but profoundly resonant. The redemption portrayed is straightforward, yet this drama excels in depicting its complexity. For Baek Hyun-woo, his transformation stems from a past life where he feels inadequate. Despite his professional success as a self-made man, his internal struggles, particularly his feelings of unworthiness in a world of privilege, drive many of his decisions. His redemption lies in learning to accept himself, not as the man who must constantly prove his worth, but as someone deserving of love and respect simply for who he is. Hyun-woo's journey is a reminder that redemption often begins with self-forgiveness. He realizes that his relentless pursuit of perfection not only harms his relationship with Hae-in, but also hinders his own growth. Watching him slowly dismantle the walls he's built, normalizing his insecurities and admitting his mistakes, is one of the most powerful arcs of the drama. On the other hand, Hong Hae-in's transformation is rooted in vulnerability. As the Queen of Queens, she's accustomed to projecting strength and perfection. Her glamorous, untouchable image has served as a shield against the expectations placed upon her as the heir to a powerful conglomerate. But as the series unfolds, we see that her perfection comes at a cost. She is deeply lonely, burdened by the weight of maintaining appearances, and trapped in a life that feels increasingly empty. Hae-in's path to redemption involves breaking free from the chains of expectation and learning to be authentic. Her journey is marked by moments of intense vulnerability, especially in her relationship with Hyun-woo. These moments portray her not as a polished heiress, but as a woman seeking connection, understanding, and a sense of purpose beyond the material success she has always known. What makes their story so captivating is that neither Hyunwoo nor Hae-in embarks on their transformative journey alone. Their relationship serves both as a mirror and a catalyst for change. Hyunwoo's desire to prove himself is often challenged by Hae-in's need for emotional honesty, while her guarded exterior is softened by his persistence and care. This dynamic illustrates an important truth about relationships. True redemption often requires the support of others. As Hyunwoo and Hae-in begin to understand each other's pain and fears, they create a space where growth and healing become possible. Their love is not about grand romantic gestures, but about the quiet, everyday acts of patience and understanding that allow them to rebuild trust and rediscover themselves. Intelligence and a legacy of power. But being the heir to a corporate empire isn't as glamorous as it seems. Hae-in is burdened by the weight of expectation, the need to uphold her family's reputation, and the constant scrutiny of those who envy her position. While she carries herself with grace and composure, there's an unmistakable loneliness beneath her polished exterior. Hae-in's relationship with Hyunwoo is complex. She admires his resilience and tenacity, but there are moments when she feels the chasm between their worlds. Her love for him is undeniable, but it's also a silent tension created by their different backgrounds. As the drama unfolds, we see Hae-in struggle with her own identity. Is she more than just the perfect heiress? Can she reconcile her love for Hyunwoo with the pressure of her lineage? Have you ever felt like you were living according to someone else's expectations instead of your own? Like you were playing a role that others wrote for you? Hae-in's struggle is a poignant reminder that even those who seem to have it all can feel trapped by the image they're expected to maintain. As a couple, Hyunwoo and Hae-in are a fascinating study in contrasts. He is the underdog who fights his way to the top. She is the queen born into privilege. Together, they should balance each other out, but instead, their differences often serve as a source of tension. Their moments of connection are electrifying, but they are also fleeting, overshadowed by the pressures they each face individually and as a pair. Their story raises an important question. What does it really take to make a relationship work? Is love enough? Or do shared values and mutual understanding play an even bigger role? Watching Hyunwoo and Hae-in navigate their challenges made me reflect on my own relationships. How do we find a balance between supporting our partner's ambitions and meeting our own needs? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Have you ever been in a relationship where external pressures threatened to pull you apart? How did you find common ground, or did those differences prove too great to overcome? In Queen of Tears, Hyunwoo and Hae-in's journey is inspiring and heartfelt. They represent the beauty and fragility of human connection. How love can elevate us to incredible heights, but also expose our deepest insecurities. Their story is a poignant reminder that even the seemingly strongest relationships are built on vulnerability and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. No story is complete without its supporting characters, and in Queen of Tears, they do more than fill the gaps. They illuminate the complexities of the plot, amplifying its emotional resonance. From boardroom battles to silent moments of vulnerability, each supporting character adds layers of meaning, creating a rich tapestry that enhances the central narrative. Let's start with Hae-in's mother, a woman who embodies cold ambition. She is not just a matriarch, she is the mastermind behind much of the chaos in Hae-in's life. Every calculated move she makes is a reminder that power for her is not a privilege but a necessity. Her methods are ruthless, but stem from a deep-seated fear of losing control over the family, the conglomerate, and even her daughter's choices. What makes her character fascinating is her complexity. She is not a one-dimensional villain. Rather, her actions are driven by her own traumatic experiences and the immense pressure to maintain her family's empire. Sometimes we even catch glimpses of vulnerability, moments when her cold exterior cracks just enough to reveal the woman beneath the crown. Those brief instances make us question, is she truly heartless, or is she merely a product of a system that values power above all else? Have you ever met someone who seemed tough or inflexible, only to later realize that their strength came from a place of necessity? In stark contrast to the mother is Hae-in's brother, a character who represents the heart of the family. Where their mother is calculating, he is empathetic. Where she sees alliances, he sees relationships. His quiet demeanor often leads him to be underestimated, yet he plays a crucial role in the story by offering a moral compass amid the moral ambiguities of their family dynamics. The sibling relationship is one of the most touching subplots in the series. He is the only person who sees Hae-in not as an heiress or a corporate figure, but as a sister. Through their interactions, we witness Hae-in's more human side, her doubts, fears, and aspirations that she keeps hidden from the world. These moments are a reminder of the importance of family bonds, even when tested by external pressures. Watching their dynamic made me reflect on my own relationships with siblings or close family members. Isn't it amazing how, even in the most turbulent times, there's often one person who keeps us grounded? Someone who reminds us of who we are beneath layers of expectation and responsibility? Then there's a set of characters within the conglomerate, intriguing board members to ambitious executives, each with their own agenda. These characters bring the high-stakes corporate drama to life, creating a web of alliances and betrayals that keeps us on our toes. While some are outright antagonists, others occupy a gray area, blurring the lines between loyalty and self-interest. Take, for instance, the head of legal affairs, who serves as both mentor and rival to Hyun-woo. Their dynamic is electric, with sharp dialogue and constant tension. On one hand, there's mutual respect for each other's intellect and ambition. On the other hand, there's a hidden current of competition, as both men vie for influence in a world where power is the ultimate currency. Amid all the intrigue and manipulation, there's one character who serves as a beacon of hope, Hyun-woo's childhood friend. This character brings lightness and warmth to the story, reminding us of the value of loyalty and unwavering support. In a drama filled with high-stakes decisions and emotional turmoil, their friendship is a breath of fresh air, offering both the protagonist and the audience a moment of respite. Their scenes together frequently highlight the contrast between Hyun-woo's current life and his humble origins. Through their interactions, we see the side of Hyun-woo that isn't defined by ambition or status, the side that is simply human. Ultimately, the supporting cast in Queen of Tears serves as a reflection of the show's central themes: power, loyalty, and sacrifice. The dynamic between Hae-in's manipulative mother and her compassionate brother encapsulates the duality of family, how it can be our greatest source of strength and our deepest challenge. I couldn't help but think of my own family while watching those scenes. Isn't it interesting how the people closest to us can bring out the best and the worst in us? Family has a way of holding up a mirror to our own flaws and virtues, forcing us to confront truths we might otherwise ignore. In many ways, the supporting characters are the unsung heroes of Queen of Tears. They may not take center stage, but their presence adds depth and nuance to the story, making it feel real and resonant. From the mother's relentless ambition to the brother's quiet compassion, each character contributes to a narrative that is as complex as it is engaging. And what about you? Have you ever had someone in your life who played a seemingly minor role only to become instrumental in shaping your story? How often do we allow our loved ones to be imperfect? And more importantly, how often do we give ourselves that same grace? This drama is a poignant reminder that redemption is not about erasing flaws, but about embracing them as part of our journey. Redemption, as portrayed in Queen of Tears, requires immense courage. Both characters must confront uncomfortable truths about themselves, their fears, insecurities, and the ways they've hurt each other. This process is neither quick nor easy, but it's what makes their transformation feel so real. For Hyun-woo, it means letting go of the relentless need for validation and finding contentment in simply being. For Hae-in, it means shedding the facade of perfection and embracing her vulnerability as a source of strength. Their courage to face their flaws head-on and make amends is ultimately what sets them free. This theme of redemption resonates because it reflects the human experience. In our fast-paced, achievement-oriented world, it's easy to focus on perfection and overlook the importance of growth and self-acceptance. How often do we allow ourselves or others the space to change? How often do we see vulnerability not as weakness, but as a springboard for transformation? The drama reminds us that while change is never easy, it is always possible. Redemption does not require perfection. It demands effort, courage, and a willingness to face our flaws. Whether it's forgiving someone who has hurt us, admitting our own mistakes, or simply choosing to grow, the path to transformation is one we all navigate at some point. Queen of Tears is not just a drama, it's an intricate tapestry of human experiences, a narrative where every thread carries the weight of raw and refined emotions. From fierce power struggles in the boardroom to anguished confessions in moments of vulnerability, it's a series that immerses its audience in a whirlwind of feelings. It's this emotional depth that elevates the story from mere drama to a profound exploration of what it means to be human. One of the most striking aspects of the series is its ability to juxtapose corporate warfare scenes with moments of deep personal connection. The boardroom battles are laden with tension, showcasing the characters at their most calculating and driven. Baek Hyun-woo's rise as a self-made attorney and his relentless pursuit of justice raise questions about ambition. Is success worth it if it comes at the cost of your soul? In stark contrast, the quiet moments of vulnerability, a whispered apology, a tearful breakdown, remind us of the fragility that lies beneath even the most formidable individuals. Hong Hae-in, for all her polished demeanor, reveals a humanity that makes her struggles relatable. These shifts between power and vulnerability reflect the duality within all of us, the desire to appear strong and capable versus the need to be seen and understood. Have you ever found yourself putting on a brave face in one area of your life while silently struggling in another? This balance between strength and fragility is something many of us navigate daily. At its core, Queen of Tears compels us to question conventional markers of success. For Hyun-woo, success initially means proving himself in a world dominated by wealth and privilege. But as his journey unfolds, he begins to realize that true success is not about external validation, but about inner peace and meaningful relationships. Similarly, Hae-in's definition of success undergoes a transformation. As the heir to a corporate empire, she is expected to uphold a legacy of power and prosperity. However, as the weight of those expectations begins to suffocate her, she starts to question whether this version of success aligns with her own desires. Her journey forces us to reflect on our own definitions of success. Are they shaped by our true values or borrowed from societal expectations? How often have I found myself chasing goals that in hindsight weren't truly mine? Have you ever reached a milestone only to realize it didn't bring the fulfillment you expected? This drama beautifully captures the bittersweet nature of such moments. Perhaps the most poignant question the series poses is, how far would you go to protect someone you love? This theme is explored not only in the relationship between Hyun-woo and Hae-in, but also in the dynamics between other characters, such as Hae-in's manipulative mother and her empathetic brother. These relationships reveal the complexity of love. It can be altruistic and nurturing, yet also controlling and destructive. Hyun-woo's sacrifices for Hae-in, despite his own struggles with inadequacy, showcase how far love can take us. At the same time, Hae-in's journey is a testament to the strength required to let someone in, especially when vulnerability feels like a risk. Their love story is not about perfection. It's about perseverance and the courage to face their flaws together. Have you ever had to make a sacrifice for someone you love? Or has someone's sacrifice ever changed the course of your life? These moments, though challenging, often shape us in profound ways. The deeper question that Queen of Tears explores is, how do we heal from the wounds we inflict on ourselves and others? Hyun-woo and Hae-in are deeply scarred by their past choices, societal pressures, and their own insecurities. Their journey toward healing is messy, filled with setbacks and moments of doubt, yet it's also incredibly hopeful. Healing, the series suggests, is not about erasing the past, but about learning to live with it. It requires accountability, forgiveness, and a willingness to embrace change. For Hyun-woo, this means letting go of his constant need for validation. For Hae-in, it means freeing herself from the expectations that have defined her life. Together, they show us that healing is a shared journey, one that requires support and mutual understanding. In our own lives, how often do we take time to address the wounds we carry, And how often do we extend grace to others as they navigate their own healing? This drama serves as a reminder that the path to wholeness is one we don't have to walk alone. While Queen of Tears is deeply rooted in its backdrop of corporate power struggles and personal tragedies, its themes are universal. We all grapple with issues of success, love, sacrifice, and healing. The beauty of this drama lies in its ability to make these grand themes feel intimate and personal. It invites us to see its characters and reflect on our own journeys. What moments in your life felt like a tapestry of emotions, a mix of triumph, heartbreak, and hope? Share your stories. After all, it's through sharing that we find connection and understanding. In the end, Queen of Tears does not offer a neatly wrapped resolution. Instead, it portrays redemption and transformation as ongoing processes, a series of choices made daily, often in the face of significant challenges. This nuanced approach makes the drama not only compelling to watch, but deeply inspiring. And what about you? Have you ever imagined a moment when you had to confront your own flaws or make space for someone else to change? In Queen of Tears, every tear is a symbol of lost love, shattered dreams, and rekindled hopes. It's a reminder that strength doesn't come from avoiding pain, but from embracing it, learning from it, and finding a way to move forward. This show is not just a drama, it's a journey to the heart of what makes us human. So, what do you think of Queen of Tears? Did it resonate with you as much as it did with me? Let's talk about it below. Because if there's one thing this drama teaches us,